Whittier libraries have been serving the community for over 136 years. In 1888, the first reading room was developed, and in 1907, the Carnegie Library was built. That was located on Greenleaf Avenue and Bailey Street, later torn down in the 1950s. June 1st, 1959 was when the Whittier Public Library was built, and the mezzanine was added in 1974. The library just went through a huge renovation just a few years ago, and with the National Library Week upon us, April 7th through the 13th, I thought it'd be fun to come in and take a look at what is going on here at the Whittier Public Library. Okay, guys, I'm in the makerspace here at the Whittier Public Library, and who am I here with?
My name is Jacqueline Sanchez, or Jack Sanchez, and I'm the Assistant Director of the Whittier Public Library.
Jack, I'm going to call you Jack.
Yeah, that's cool.
How long have you been here with the library?
I started June of 2015, so it's going to be about 9 years.
Wow, 9 years here. And so you've seen the whole progression, the whole change of the library. What is the current vibe now since we had this beautiful renovation happen almost 2 years ago? June is going to be the anniversary. So you're here prior to that. It was a great library prior to that. What are the changes that you've seen? I mean, obviously aesthetically, but
Yeah. As a former grad student, I love the fact that we have big tables where you could just put down all your books. There's on this side of the library, for the most part, we have these plugs where you can charge your laptop, your phone. My favorite thing to see is I see a lot of like table sharing.
Yeah.
So a lot of people love the big windows, and it'll just be a group of people that don't know each other, just sitting quietly studying.
yeah, I see that a lot, and it's very cool because there are so many unique areas that you can kind of dig in and start studying and stuff like that. So, what kind of resources we're in the makers space right now, and what kind of other areas do we have? What kind of other resources?
So the main things that we added, so we added some square footage from so we added the reading room and the area that has our reference materials. And then our history room moved from the the east side of the building to the west side of the building, and it's bigger, so we can house a majority of our collection, our local history in the history room. And the great thing about that is it's open by appointment only.
Yeah.
But and I think you've used it.
Yes.
The great thing about that is you make the appointment, and we can, if we need to, bring microfilm or whatever you need from our basement storage up, and then that way you can maximize your time there. It's not wasted.
One of the cool things about that, they have every single annual for every school in that room, and I've been in there and spent some time in there, and it's pretty cool. So that's something, if you guys are interested in some Whittier history, you could go in there and get lost for a while.
Yeah.
For sure. Make the appointment. So you do have a computer room as well.
Yeah, we have a computer lab. It used to be upstairs with the homework center, but now it's a dedicated space. We have the maker space that we just hired a full-time librarian to run the makerspace. So it's currently by appointment only, but we're opening up open hours coming soon.
Of course, I don't want to forget about the amazing kids area. I mean, that is like super updated and amazing in there. And
It's been opened up. We also have our library portal, which we're working with some artists to get some more graphic designs on there. We haven't gotten rid of Leo the lion.
I know, everybody was wondering about that, so definitely going to show him on this video.
Yeah, and he's really popular,
Yeah.
so we got to show him.
You guys incorporated like so much of the old with the new, which is nice. I mean, obviously, you got to update things and make them fresh and new. But there's so much art on the walls. by locals. Some of it even gifted to the library. And like you said, Leo the Lion, and then the great art piece in the hallway. Now, attached to the kids area, there's a big room where they show movies and people speak. Tell me a little bit about that.
So our community room
Yeah.
was enhanced. We got a projector that's actually on. We used to roll out a projector and like pull up a screen, and we had little headphones attached to a laptop.
Yeah.
But now everything's in the room. We can actually show. This was a big deal because I, with another librarian, started the Reel Club. It's a documentary film club that meets every third Monday now since we opened back up again.
Yeah.
And we call it Reel Club because it's like documentaries.
Yeah.
And a lot of those documentaries sometimes have subtitles, and we couldn't show them because the subtitles got cut off.
Wasn't a big enough screen.
Yeah. So that's cool that we get
Yeah.
to do that. We have author talks all the time.
Yeah. You got one coming up. I believe it's a baseball.
Yes.
Dodgers.
So that's a good segue to our Whittier Reads
Okay.
event.
Okay. Whittier Reads.
Yeah. Whittier Reads is something that happens every year in April. This year, the Whittier Reads Committee selected the book Stealing Home by Eric Nussbaum. And it's about the Dodgers, the whole controversy with Chavez Ravine and the people that were displaced by Dodger Stadium, basically.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a lot of really good talks. And then we're having a conversation they're having a conversation, Gustavo Arellano and Natalia Molina. They're going to be talking about being Latinx and being a Dodger fan and how sometimes it's complicated.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really
Cool.
awesome. I'll give you the date.
So many great things happening here at the Whittier Public Library. Make sure to go to whittierlibrary.org. Okay, Jack, tell me about National Library Week.
So National Library Week is every first full or second full week in April, and this year it's April 7th through the 15th or the 13th. And all of our staff that week are going to be wearing these shirts. So front of it says Whittier Public Library, the back of it says National Library Week, and it's just a week to encourage people to come into the library. Applaud our staff that work at the library. The theme is libraries work because we do.
That's right.
And we're honoring, circulation staff, tech services, everybody that gets those books processed.
Yeah. It's a big job.
Yeah, everything.
Great.
So
we'll look forward to that. We'll make sure and let everybody know. We'll put the dates down right here.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys, I'm here at the Whittier Public Library with Michael and Jean. Michael, tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I served from July 86 to July 90. And several years later, when I came here to Whittier, I've been coming here a long time. And one day, Diane Hara, who used to be in charge here, had asked me if I would volunteer here because they were in need of volunteers. And so I thought about it, and I said, well, okay, I'll go ahead. And that was, I believe, August of 2019. I've been doing ever since.
That's great. Well, thank you for your service and for your time here at the library. It's a valuable resource. Jean, tell me a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm Gene Carrillo, and I served in the Army from 1966 to 1970. I was in Signal Corps, and I belonged to the American Legion Whittier Post 51. And one time at one of the meetings, they said they were opening up the library. That was back in 2014. So me and another member were the only ones here that started when the VSO opened up. So I've been here for 10 years.
Wow. So a veteran 2 times over. All right. So I am new to this portion of the library. So I wanted to talk to you guys to let everybody know what you offer, what type of resources you offer. And in a nutshell, when a veteran in need comes in to the library and wants to need some help in some direction, How could you do that for them? What kind of direction do you lead them in, or?
Well, one of the direct ways is we have numerous copies of a veteran resource book, which is pretty useful, you know, telling them what may be available to them, what they might qualify for. And but also, otherwise, we usually refer them to a VSO or a veteran service officer, which we have comes here once every week on Tuesday, and then we set up an appointment with them. It can either be a phone appointment or it can be an in-person appointment, and whatever time's available, we write them in, and then they take it from there.
So this is a really great resource because even if you can't help them direct here, you can guide them in the right direction, right?
Yeah, we can refer them whenever way is possible. Yes.
And since you've been here doing this, you've been here 10 years, and since you've been here at the library helping veterans, obviously it's probably very fulfilling for you to help people and get them on the right track and things like that. Have you seen that it is a great resource for veterans?
One comes into mind. This one veteran, she was here, but she's back in Arizona now. She was with me. We helped this one veteran that was homeless, and we were able to get him a place finally to live in Bell. And he was able to put his application in and accepted him, and he was living there because he was homeless, living out of his car for so many years. We were able to get him his a veteran's ID where you go to medical, a free cell phone, different things we helped him out with.
Yeah.
Then around here in Whittier, where you could get maybe a free lunch and different things like that. His mail delivered to a church. And like I said, we finally got him a place to live at, and he was all happy with that.
Right, absolutely. That's fantastic. And so, once again, here at the Whittier Library, valuable veteran resources here, guys. I wanted to thank you, Michael and Jean, for taking the time to talk with me today and let the people know what's going on here. So important. And once again, thank you for your service. I have a lot of gratitude and respect for you guys and appreciate what you have done and what you're doing now. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, and then even not even in official capacity, if a veteran just wants to come in and talk, we're here for that too. As long as we're here, and they want an ear to listen to.
Oh, that's another one. That's great. If you're out there, guys, and you need a friendly ear, you can come on in and talk to Jean and Michael and anybody else that's on hand here normally.
Yeah, we usually, like it says, Monday to Friday, 10 to 2.
Right.
I start at 10. We usually have 2-hour shifts, and we could stay longer if we want to help out.
A little over on the clock here. But
Okay. We'll pay you. We'll make sure you pay overtime for that. Okay.
It's gonna get that.
Okay.
But
Library.
Yeah, and right next to that room, we have our passport acceptance center, and we have passport agents that book up every day.
Yeah.
You can get your passport picture and your passport processed here.
Can you walk in, or does that appointment required? Or?
It's by appointment only. Sometimes
Okay.
you get lucky and you can walk in because someone forgot their
Yeah.
appointment or whatever, but we encourage appointments.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Valuable resource, one of many here at the Whittier Public Library. I wanted to just come in and talk to you and kind of let everybody know what was going on. Like I said, the 2-year anniversary is coming up, and it is such a beautiful library, guys. I'm a huge, huge fan of this library, always have been, and thank you.
Thank
you, Jack, for
you.
taking the time. I really appreciate it. I know you're busy.
Oh, that's
So, well, there you have it, guys. Just a quick visit to the Whittier Library. Make sure and go to whittierlibrary.org for all of the event details happening throughout the summer. So many fun things happening for adults and kids here at the Whittier Public Library. Thank you to veterans Jean and Michael for taking the time. Thank you to the Whittier Public Library staff, and a special shout out to Jack Sanchez. Thank you so much. You were awesome. It was great talking to you today. Hey Whittier, if you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe. That is the best way to support the channel. And if you have time, watch another video. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Thank you.